Welcome back to the Cricket 24 career mode with me, Dean, your favourite, or maybe not, who knows, but you're here anyway. Welcome. It is Australia and South Africa in a series deciding one-day international game. Did we get out of jail in the last one? I feel like we did. I feel like we were under the pump and then we bowled quite well to be able to recover in that match and get us well and truly back on track. We're going to come in here at the 35th over. What have we got? 150. That was a high score of 64, averaging 22 across our one-day career. And we are... What are we when we're batting? Able to see through my man. We've got Marnus at the crease at 56 at the moment. And we're 3 for 191. What about a reverse sweep? I don't think I've tried too many of those. Oh! That's not a great one. But today, obviously, the first real, tough series we've had as an Australian player because we are yet to win a series, or yet to lose a series as an Australian side since we've been a part of it. I think we had a 2-1 T20 series against the West Indies, but everything else has sort of been relatively clean swept. And we lost the first ODI to South Africa, won the second. Now, of course, we've got this series-deciding game here. Hopefully, we can pick up a nice little 40-50 run innings without getting ourselves out and really help see out the back end of it. That's out. Unless it's too high. Oh, very close. Now, they didn't send this one upstairs, which I thought was a bit strange because I thought this was very, very close to being out. Its impact was in line. Wickets were missing. It was going just a fraction over the top of the stumps. And within that very next over, we've lost Marnus Labuschagne. So Carey now joins us at the middle. What am I doing with that sort of a shot? Can't you just whip it away towards mid-wicket? Oh, that's not it. It's almost poor running between the wickets. We'll just get a dot. And I feel like this slow and steady approach to an innings is not working in our favour. See, that's what I wanted the previous couple of shots to be, not a big slash across. So I've got to utilise the next 2 to 3 overs here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And in those 2 to 3 overs, I've got to get myself in. It's not necessarily about scoring runs, but it's about getting in. So then those final 10 can really accelerate. One's just beaten the stumps, which has actually been an additional fielder in that previous ball. And Beklaquayo coming in here. Not sure why it's taken him so long to get into the attack, but he's bowled 8 deliveries and 1 for 6 already. So decent strike bowler. It's a little bit of a diving save to stop. Maybe, probably wouldn't have stopped anything actually. Would have been a single anyway. There's a man at deep point. And we've lost another wicket in this over. So that means now Cameron Green comes to the middle to join me. Do I potentially take it on over mid-off? I do. And I think that's me done. Oh. So did this one carry? Yes, it did. Kind of put the ball on the ground, but all right. I'm out for 11. It's 6 for 127. Australia, 217. Australia in a bit of trouble in this series deciding one-dayer with the required rate 5.57. But it's clearly been a wicket that's been difficult to bat on. Australia made 267. Can they defend it? Personally, I would not have thought so. But anything's possible. Edge, then it gets through. Gets past Carey. Do we want an extra man there to protect that? I'll come back for 3 to end my first over. So 5 comes from it. 3 for 77. So Zampa getting that wicket makes it 4 for 81. And Australia could be turning this game around where they can still hold on to the series. But I feel like if we are going to win this, we are going to actually have to take a couple of wickets ourselves. Marnus at short cover is stopping any sort of runs. Everything adds up. Another one that's a dot. Last ball of the over. Temptation, where's he going? Straight to the man at point. It's a maiden. In a one-dayer. They've gone and done it. The South African side have gone and done it. They have won the series against Australia. That is something that is going to hurt us a little bit heading into this T20 series. So now we won the tests. They've won the one-dayers. Who gets on top in the T20s? Verena with 103 not out. Let's find out. On to the next. T21, Australia gets sent in with the bats. And they're 3 for 65 off 7.5. Steve Smith going about to run a ball. We want him to accelerate. We want us to come in and do some damage as well. Bowlers end tight. Smith runs in for the dive. We'll get the 2. Should have probably taken the single to keep strike, but there's 12 overs left. Plenty of time for me to try and score a run through the back end of this innings. Now I'm thinking, where are my potential shot scoring opportunities? We've just obviously had a pretty poor one-day series against the South Africans, and we've actually been quite poor, I think, in limited overs in general since joining the Australian team. So maybe a little opportunity today to try and get ourselves something to be happy about. That's a little leg by. He's bowling it very full, Pekliquayo, which means I can probably get away with like attacking a few of these. I'm trying to like smash them to the boundary for 6 or for 4. But obviously I'm very new to the innings, to the crease, just the 4 balls into it. I don't really want to give my wicket away too early. Especially if I don't have to. So I'm happy to just take these ones. Not a 2 there. Very much not a 2 there. 3 for 80. Mackenzie always dangerous. What's he got in store here? Oh, that was too full. And it was pretty much on the leg stump. Is it 6? It is 6. It was low and hard. Do it again. I'll happily hit it there. Oh, no. A slower ball with a little bit of shape in. I've just mistimed it. And that is a cracker of a ball, so get me out. I'm out for 11. It's 4 for 86. Edged, gone. First ball. First delivery with the ball. We come in, we get a breakthrough. Absolutely love that for us. Maxi Bright's in the side. Look at him. Round the wicket with the leggy. Little outside edge. Inglis with a nice catch. Herring out for 25. It's 2 for 51. And what did Australia end up making? 170. So that's not a bad score. Should be able to defend it, but it makes it very interesting. The rate's about 9 and over from here. And especially with the 2 new men at the crease of Bettingham and Humza, Australia will absolutely back themselves in to at least dot them up to a point where the rate becomes very problematic. 5 dots and a wicket in the over. Can't get much better than that. Except if you end with another dot. It's a wicket maiden in a T20. That time they get it through the gap. And it's going to be a boundary for Bettingham. And he very much likes the leg side. So if I can put it wide, he's not going to be able to do that. That's my plan here. Oh, stump him, possibly. We're going to go upstairs, have a look. Vision says not out. He did get the bat down in time. Lucky for him. Now he's nicked it. And it's to the keeper. And it's another wicket. I've got 2 in 2 overs. Little high five with Josh Inglis. And he'll take that catch nicely. 3 for 69. Away to the leg side. Should get probably 2. Small chance of 3, but I think 2 will be the end result here. Ooh. Almost a run out. 3 for 71. Australia get another wicket. Make them 4 down. We're starting this T20 series off, we think, with a win, as that rate goes towards 12. These 2 new men have plenty of work to do. Here I am calling it in the 11th over, saying, yep, game's done, we've finished it, we've won it. It's a bit of an early crow, is it not? Oh, it's in the air, there's a man down there. It's just beaten him, it's going to go for 6. And then he comes down. There's a fielder in the deep. Won't quite get to that on the full. Or will he? He has. It's taken. It's a wicket. I've got 3. I did not think this was going to carry to the fielder. I think neither did the fielder in the end. Was it Zampa down there who took the catch? It was. It's 5 for 84. It was a very awkward sort of a catch, wasn't it? Anyway, I'll get the ball for a 4th over. I think we might have... career best T20 International figures. And so I'm going to end this spell with some really nice figures of 3 for 18 or 4 overs. That's pretty good. South Africa needs 73 off the last 6 overs, which I don't think they're going to get. This is hard to tell. I don't know who's won here. Did they win it off the last ball? Who won the match? South Africa did win the match off the last ball. Mackenzie, 35 from 13, as well as his 3 for 34. He was the player of the match off the last ball. They chased down our 170. And they are putting us to the sword. So Australia again under the pump in this T20 series after a disappointing start in that first match. We've only scored 37 runs across 4 T20 innings with a high score of 26. So we are definitely under the pump as an individual as well, who needs to perform. That's a good start, cutting that ball away to the boundary. And if you were the Australian selectors, you'd probably be thinking twice about picking me again at T20 level if we do fail with the bat. I guess we were able to make up for it with a pretty decent performance with the ball last game. So there's that involved as well. 3 for 155. And obviously this particular scenario, I'm coming in with not a lot of time left in the innings. We are just 12 balls away from the conclusion of it. Like, well, where can I get my runs? Over cover, perhaps? We'll hit 6. And if we get those full tosses, we will happily put them away. Get that down towards the AFL members section of the ground, I think. Around about where that is. Mason Mackenzie. If you reckon give it to me there again, I'll go there again. Time a little straighter. This time it goes for 4. So anything full. I'm going to try and get that away. That's come off the toe. It's gone straight down the ground now. You can see the protection is all to the offside. But straight is still probably your best option if it is a full Yorker. Oh, that's not it. That's definitely not it. Yep. Timed to perfection. 6 into the sight screen. This over 6-4.6. Yes, 6 again. Oh, this is a big over, and this is a new T20 high score. We've been in for 7 balls. Something like that. This over in itself is worth 22. I've hit 27 from 7. Last ball of the 19th. Do I get a single or do I just hit another boundary? Happy to hit another boundary, to be honest. If I can. That's an outside edge. It's going to go to ground. Just dropping short of the keeper. We'll get the single, which means we're still on strike. It's 3 for 178. I mean, I could get us up to 200 here if Pek Lequayo's bowling is ordinary. But we'll see how we go. 28 from 8. Over cover, that's 4. The 1 bounce. Or 2 bounces. It's past the rope. But that cover gap is the most likely place to hit it. Or miss-hit it and still remain in. That's missed time. Straight down the ground. Fielder might be able to stop this from being a boundary. He does. Smith puts a huge dive in. Come back for 2. This is good effort from Steve Smith. He's obviously 59 from 49. He's played the anchor role at the other end. He knows he's got the big hitter in myself in now. It's a missed time shot. Should be worth 2 again. Arguably a chance for 3, but we'll sit with the 2. 3 balls left in the innings. Can we get to 200? Up, and it is over. So he gets it over. Third man finding yet another boundary for 4. And this has really kept Australia in this. 40 from 12 this. This definitely is our best score at T20 level. There's another 4. Gets it past the short cover fielder. And on the last ball of the innings, a 6 would give us a half century off 14 balls. And it would get Australia up to 200. It's not going to be the case. It'll be a dot ball. So I end on 44 from 14. Australia up to 194 with that little cameo knock. It was impressive, and it helped us get that score up to a nice 194. Smith and Inglis, our top scorers. Let's see how we go with the chase or defending the chase. And you wouldn't read about it. I've been given the ball in the power play, which I think is a terrible idea, because there's just so many areas they can hit the ball for already. Although, to be fair, There was that one T20 series where my best figures did come out of bowling me in the power play. I'm not sure if it was the PSL last time or if it was a different competition, different T20 comp. But bowling us in the power play was what produced us our most successful results. That'll be 4 more. Somehow I feel like the international level is just a whole different ballgame though. They can just whip me everywhere like that. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm getting a second power play over. I have to find a way to make this more difficult for them. I'm going to get a run there. That's very risky. It is the challenge of trying to bowl it in a wicket-taking position, but also in a non-run scoring, a way where you don't concede runs. Oh, that's a pie because I wasn't paying attention. I've just hacked at the button a few times. It's a wide. That's straight. That's 4. 1 bounce. At least the one thing as a spinner is that you're probably not really ever going to bowl a no ball. So that's one thing in your favour. That over's still expensive. They bring up the 50 off their power play. Oh, the ramp. That'll work. That'll be 4. That'll be 50 for Herring. 36 balls. South Africa, they're in this. Inside edge. Taken. Wicket. The breakthrough we wanted. And that's the big time wicket Australia needed. It wasn't the man who was absolutely killing us, but Dazorzi on 37. Good old Tony has to go. It's 1 for 91. Hamza joins Herring out there in the middle. And with 1 over to come, we've been expensive. That's an outside edge. Could have been the end of the other opener. Fortunately for us, it's going to be 2 runs. Yeah, they wanted a third, almost a run out. Last ball of my spell. 4 runs from this over. Oh, it's a nice dot to finish off. 1 for 108. South Africa need 87. And I think they've beaten us. And I think they've won this T20 series as well. They have. Jonty Herring's 93 from 61. Our 44 not out of 14 and a wicket, not able to get the job done for us. So that is disappointing. Australia lose back-to-back series against the South Africans after securing a 3-0 test win. We've got 1 more T20. Can we get a little bit of redemption after what has been a relatively poor output? Welcome one, welcome all to the 3rd T20. It's at the Adelaide Oval because where else would you play a 3rd match than here? Australia looking for a little bit of redemption. They've lost the last 3 matchups against this South African side who have taken them to the absolute cleaners. They won the T20 series, or they're up to 2-0 in the T20 series. They won the one-day series 2-1. They lost the test matches 3-0. But the limited overs format has been in their favour. That's over the head of Cameron Green. That'll be 4 more. And while I am still likely to end up winning the player of the series at the end of all of this, it is a little disappointing knowing that we've only then won 1 of the series out of the 3 against this touring South African side. So it does mean there's certainly huge room for improvement from the team as a whole. I think obviously there might have to be some changes. I don't know. I definitely don't think I'm going to be captain anytime soon. I've only just joined the Australian side. But as one of the, what I would consider maybe young leaders of the team, you know, I think some youth would really impact the side. As I'm not really too sure what's happened in terms of a South African score. I know they didn't lose too many wickets. But they clearly didn't make too many runs either. Just the 162 from their 20 overs. Herring struggled 66 from 52. Bettingham 17 from 15. So no one other than Hums are really going at a strike rate of above about 130. It's about what we need to win this match from here. Got that very, very fine, and I've absolutely run out my teammate there in Josh Inglis. So who would have thought I would run someone out? Never before seen. He's out for 8. At least Tim David's got us off to a flyer, and I made 44 from 14 the last game, so if I can do that as well, we should be able to win this match. That's 4. Nicely played. Up and over the offside again. Same shot, same result. 4 runs. I think the power hitters of me and Timmy D Should be able to just absolutely guide us home here. That's a dot ball. 4 for 95. Oh, huge offside gaps. Huge offside gaps. I imagine it's going to be full and straight. It is. Umpire ducks his head to get out of the way. I still find the boundary low and hard. And Tim David, 49 off 30. I'm 17 from 9. We just need 19 more to win this. And at least give us a consolation prize in this series. That's a big swing and a miss. But it has been good from my point of view, I think, towards the last couple of games of this series to just see us actually do something at the T20 level, which has been an important thing to show that I'm capable of doing so. That's a big why. Because obviously if I'm just known as a test player, that's fine. I'm happy to guide my career just being a test player. But I would like to obviously get some opportunities at the limited overs across the world as well. And that would really help us out. That's going to be one bounce to the fielder in the deep. David is running hard and he absolutely gets back for 2. Full toss. Doesn't carry over cover. So I'm going to finish this series with a 19 from 12. Just a little bit disappointing. I didn't quite get a full hold of it. A good take there from Burgess. Australia will go on to win this match with plenty of time to spare, despite the loss of Tim David. Herring wins your player of the game. South Africa still win the series 2-1. Disappointing results for us, but that's what happens sometimes when you come up against absolutely quality opposition like we have in this series. And South Africa, they took us to the cleaners. So to wrap up that series that we obviously just had, we ended up as the best player of the series. We had the top score. We were the 3rd most runs scored across the entirety of it as well. This batting and bowling includes, the tests, the one-dayers, and the T20s there. We were second most for the wickets as well across the games. And we did have the most sixes with 11, so I'll take that, as well as the top score in the test matches. Pretty good result in the end for our second series as an Australian cricketer. Now that that's done, we do have some Shield games that we could potentially play through. I am not going to do such a thing, and I'm also not going to play through our other games here, which are our club games. We're not going to play through those because I think we need to rest up for a little bit. We've just played back-to-back series for Australia. We're going to avoid playing through these Shield games, and we're going to go straight ahead because I think we do need to practice on our T20 format of the game. So we're going to jump ahead to the PSL, and we're going to play through that before hopefully we have another series to jump into later on in 2028. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Disappointing, we went down in a couple of series, but obviously still learning as time goes on, especially in that limited overs format, which is what we're going to focus on over the next couple of videos. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.